Good afternoon, everyone. Our group's project focuses on the design of a juvenile correctional facility, and together we'll explore how architecture, staff, and philosophy can support rehabilitation over punishment.
The U.S. Department of Justice defines corrections as the supervision of people who have been convicted or sentenced for crimes. Hanser expands this definition, explaining that corrections include a full system of rehabilitation, reintegration, and treatment. Historically, punishment evolved from corporal punishment and public humiliation to more humane systems. Our modern facilities aim to uphold the Eighth Amendment, ensuring protection from cruel and unusual punishment.
Our background research showed that the physical layout of a prison can greatly affect the quality of rehabilitation and safety. The Supreme Court case, Brown v. Plasha, revealed how overcrowding and poor design harm inmates. Nadel and Mears emphasized that true success depends on management and purpose, not just looks. So our facility will focus on education, therapy, and reintegration rather than architectural beauty.
For the facility overview, we chose to design a state-run medium security facility for these juveniles. The layout is inspired by the California Institution for Women.
The California Institution for Women, also known as the CIW, is located in San Bernardino County, near the communities of Chino Hills, and Eastvale. The area has a rich agricultural tradition and is only about an hour from LA and 2 hours from San Diego. The proposition of our prison design was inspired by the CIW because of their inmate programs. The CIW offers programs like PIA, vocational, academic, and DRP programs. The CIW currently houses over 1,000 incarcerated female and non-binary people and employs a nearly equal number of staff. Each group has specific needs and restrictions, but they share many of the same spaces. The staff noted that the prison system's population is in decline. The incarcerated people who remain are part of an aging long-term population and require more health services. This facility inspired us to provide vocational programs such as computer training and word processing, academic programs such as general education development, high school diploma programs, and a connection to community colleges. The central goal of the CIW leads the nation in higher education. Each year, thousands of incarcerated people are enrolled in programs that meet their educational needs and prepare them with skills for re-entry into the communities. The state continues to move forward a positive shift in correctional policy, focusing on proper support for staff and survivors, but also fostering rehabilitative environments, including educational opportunities for the incarcerated population, leading to a safer communities overall.
But adapted for youth. The campus-style structure includes multiple small buildings, each focused on community and supervision. This design improves state-to-inmate ratios and supports a safer and more humane environment for these juveniles.
Architecture follows research that shows smaller housing units and open layouts reduce violence and stress. Natural light and color contribute to a sense of calm and dignity, while the absence of harsh guard towers replaces the fear with mutual respect. Staff desks are placed in common areas to promote better relationships and prevent conflict. The facility is designed using a campus-style model, which distributes youth across several small freestanding buildings rather than one large centralized structure. This layout is intentionally chosen because it reduces noise levels, which is important since high noise is linked to aggression and anxiety, while decreasing the perception of confinement, making the facility feel more like a school or residential campus than a prison. It also breaks up large populations, allowing youth to form healthier peer groups and reducing opportunities for negative behavior. Each housing holds 10 to 16 youths, dramatically smaller than traditional 40 to 60 person dorms. This design supports better supervision, relationship building, lower stress, and therapeutic environments. As mentioned before, lighting and color are central to the design because of their effect on young development and emotional regulation. Large windows increase natural sunlight, which improves mood and reduces depression. Soft blues and greens are used in sleep areas to promote calmness, Warmer colors in educational and program rooms help stimulate focus and engagement. This reflects soft architecture, where the physical environment encourages positive behavior rather than relying solely on strict control. Our building will also include integrated staff desks with direct supervision. Officers are not positioned behind bars or enclosed stations. Instead, they are placed in desks in the center of living units, allowing continuous interaction, immediate response to conflicts, relationship-based supervision, and safety through familiarity rather than intimidation. Although the campus feels open, it is secured with perimeter fencing with electronic detection, controlled entrances and exits, cameras placed directly on clear lines of sight, and single points of entry for visitors and staff. Youth will have access to courtyards, gardens, walking paths, agricultural plots, because the nature exposure is associated with reduced aggression, lower stress and anxiety, improved concentration, and a stronger sense of responsibility, especially through caring for plants or animals. These green spaces are intentionally integrated throughout the entire campus to support mental wellness and behavioral growth. Our architectural design uses research-based principles from environmental psychology, corrections planning, and adolescent development to create a facility that is safe, humane, therapeutic, and rehabilitative. The ultimate goal is to build a physical environment that actively supports the youth's emotional, behavior, and cognitive development rather than reinforcing punishment.
The population we're targeting are minors under 18. They often come from unstable or abusive environments. Many struggle with impulsiveness and limited awareness of consequences. Because of that, our approach emphasizes on therapy, education, and community work instead of the harsh punishments. The rural location supports vocational training like farming, maintenance, and other skill building programs.
Our facility is designed for juveniles between ages 12 to 17, a developmental stage characterized by ongoing brain development, heightened emotional reactivity, limited impulse control, and increased susceptibility to peer influence. Neuroscience research shows that the prefrontal cortex, which controls decision-making and risk assessment, is not fully developed until age 25. This makes juveniles biologically more impulsive and more capable of change compared to adults. Most youth entering juvenile correctional systems share similar environmental and social experiences, such as unstable or absent family structures, exposure to domestic or community violence, substance abuse in the home, chronic poverty and limited educational access, history of trauma, neglect, or abuse, and even mental disorders such as ADHD, depression, or PTSD. These factors strongly influence behavior and contribute to delinquency. Because this youth often lack supportive adult relationships, the facility will prioritize mentorship, counseling, and positive mentoring from staff. While the facility will house a variety of youth offenses and typically include property crimes, substance-related offenses, status offenses, assaults or fights, and more serious violent offenses, the population is mixed but remains non-maximum security, making a medium security protocol appropriate. Because of their age and backgrounds, many juveniles display impulsivity, hyperactivity, difficulty regulating anger, and other problems. These traits highlight the importance of cognitive behavioral therapy, trauma-informed care, anger management programs, and positive peer culture within housing units. Juveniles often experience higher levels of mental health concerns compared to the general population. Some common diagnoses include PTSD, depression, and anxiety. In many cases, youth behavioral problems are symptoms of untreated mental health issues rather than criminal intent. To address this, the facility will include a mental health wing, trauma counselors, daily check-ins, and crisis intervention staff. Juveniles are fundamentally different from adults because they are more sensitive to their physical and emotional environment. Peer pressure strongly influences their decisions, and they value relationships highly. They respond best to structure, consistency, and positive reinforcement. This reinforces why the facility will use therapeutic, normalized environments with small housing units and constant staff involvement.
We believe punishment should balance accountability with personal growth. Retribution ensures justice is served fairly, while rehabilitation helps address the reasons behind crime. Our programs include GED courses, life skills training, therapy, and mentorship. The goal is to ensure these youth re-enter society as productive and responsible citizens.
With this in mind, the primary objective is to adopt a restorative and therapeutic approach that combines rehabilitation with accessible mental health services for the youth. By addressing these developmental factors early and providing guidance, therapy, and education, the facility aims to prevent future criminal behavior in adulthood. Additionally, a smaller facility allows for more individualized attention, cost effectiveness, and a supportive environment that promotes long-term safety and personal growth.
Our staffing model combines safety and emotional care. Officers and counselors work together under restorative justice principles. Training in trauma-informed care and de-escalation techniques ensures staff can handle emotional or behavioral crises safely. Each youth will have a personalized rehabilitation plan designed by counselors and approved by staff teams.
Services form the heart of rehabilitation. Therefore, we will provide counseling for trauma, anger management, and family rebuilding. Although counseling encompasses various forms of therapy, educational support provides consistent schooling to prevent youth from falling behind academically. As our central goal is to educate, rehabilitate, and reintegrate inmates to society, there were few things to consider. Usually, the types of programs offered in state prisons are GED courses, vocational training, substance abuse counseling, mental health treatment, religious programs, and work release opportunities. With this being said, we decided to add another factor in this development, which involves mentoring. Mentoring involves pairing youth with positive adult role models who offer guidance and emotional support. They will also provide a link to the outside world and expose youth to positive pro-social values and behaviors. This will help build self-esteem and future aspirations. In state prisons, inmates receive basic medical, dental, and mental health care inside the facility. Therefore, we decided to continue this and provide a medical bay where individuals will be treated for small injuries, receive medications, wellness checks, and other services they might need. We also ensured that those who suffer from mental illnesses and behavioral problems are separated from the other inmates and are located in different buildings in the same facility. This will keep the focus on rehabilitation and wellness instead of worrying about the safety of other inmates and staff. We will also provide a faith community, ensuring that chaplains and religious volunteers provide services for various faiths. This will also offer Bible study groups, prayer meetings, and religious dietary accommodations for those who follow a specific religion.
Behavior management is handled through a privilege system based on positive reinforcement. Youth earn rewards for good behavior, participation, and progress. Negative behavior results in limited privileges or temporary restrictions.
Privilege systems are used as behavioral management tools in juvenile detention facilities to encourage good behavior and active participation in rehabilitation programs.
Despite modern efforts, overcrowding and contraband remain major issues in juvenile justice. Historically, youth were housed with adults, leading to neglect and violence. Our design reduces these risks through smaller facilities and strict staff oversight. Preventing contraband and overcrowding ensures safety and allows rehabilitation to thrive.
Although there are many problem areas, the solutions that we have decided upon include alternative sentencing programs, early release initiatives, and building new facilities to accommodate growing populations. Addressing these problems requires a coordinated effort to maintain a secure yet restorative environment for the youth. The challenges of overcrowding and contraband within juvenile facilities underscore the need to re-examine the broader philosophy guiding the correctional system. Considering these principles directly informed the development of this juvenile detention and assessment system by ensuring that its structure and operations work accordingly to better prepare for a successful reintegration. These lead to infractions like fighting, possession of contraband, or rule violations that can result in loss of privileges, such as solitary confinement or additional time added to their sentence. Therefore, the primary goal of these strategies is to provide structured, positive reinforcement that balances the facility's discipline with the larger therapeutic goal of the juvenile justice system.
In conclusion, our facility's design reflects a vision of rehabilitation over punishment. Education, therapy, and skill building help youth reintegrate successfully. Through restorative justice and individualized care, we aim to break the cycle of reincarceration. Our team collaborated closely to research and design this project, ensuring each part worked toward that shared goal.